Morning, everybody. My name is Tina Kavergich, and I am Northern Stamper. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any questions, you can comment below, or you can reach me at northernstamper@gmail.com. I am very excited. We are going to be using today some items from the mini catalog, and for the month of October, it is all about designer series paper. And we are going to be using two different designer series paper. I forgot to mention in the dimensions that I posted earlier, uh, one of the dimensions, and it is actually from the Reindeer Days. It's the one of the pieces from the Reindeer Days, and it is a piece that is 4 inches by 3 3/4. I do apologize for that. It was kind of hiding under everything else. So we're going to be using a piece 4 by 3 3/4 from the Reindeer Days on page 27. So darn cute, these reindeers. I really love this paper that we're using. And the other one is going to be taken from Take a Bow. And that one, whoops, let's get that out, is a 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And that again is Take a Bow, and that is the DSP on page 39. Now, before I get started, right now in October, Stampin' Up! Has got a couple of offers going on. They have kits on sale, so if you want to get a kit, now's the time to get them. They're up to 30% off. But the best one is the starter kit. You can get $206 worth of product and only pay $135. Now, a lot of people wonder whether it's worth it or not. And you know what? If you want to kind of get some items in your craft room, this is a great way to do it. And one of the things that I would strongly suggest you getting, oops, I'm losing everything here, is the Cut and Boss machine, okay? The Cut and Boss machine, you can get the large one. I strongly suggest that you get the large one over the smaller one. And you still get about $29 left in product to buy. So this is a really, really great deal. So make sure you use up to $206. There are some different ideas that you could do. If you want to just do basics, tools, and stuff like that, get the clear block bundle and you can get 10% off, so you get a little bit more. Grab some of a bone folder, a trimmer, maybe a heat tool, and guess what? You still have $30 left to buy some other items. So those are some basics. I'm just going to go quickly through them. Um, what I found out, you could buy 13 embossing folders to fill in your kit. That's really great. Or 3 hybrid embossing and dies and still have some money left over. Don't need that? How about bundles? Make sure you choose bundles because you get extra 10% off when you choose a bundle and you can add more into your kit. Not into bundles? How about a suite? Try one of the suites. If you choose this Mediterranean blooms, you could choose the whole suite, everything in here, and still have over $91 in product to choose. You know what? Look at some of the different suites that are available. What about kits? Kits are on sale. You can get over 6 kits for the same price for a starter kit. So there are tons and tons and tons of things that you can get. Um, If you have any questions, please drop me a message at northernstamper@gmail.com. There are strategies on how to best build your starter kit. And to move forward, if you want to save a lot of money, there are some ways. I'm here to help you, so just let you know. First of all, I wanted to thank those that had sent me some cards. I got to show you some of these cards. I came back from camping and these were in my mail. I have to thank Joan for this card. This is absolutely stunning. At first, when you look at it, it looks just like a card front. But when you look a little closer, she had die cut a square and absolutely stunning. Joan, I commend you. This is beautiful. There is a beautiful little die cut piece over top, and then what you could do is just check this out, pull this out, and it kind of changes. That is absolutely fantastic. I just love this card. This is a card I need to set aside and to make. I am so excited about this. Now, Joan sent me that because we had recently, as a team, I've taken all my team members out for dinner, and we did a kit night at the restaurant, and we did some activities. Now, I wanted to thank all of my team members for joining me. It is a kickoff to the Stampin' Up! Year. October the 1st starts a new Stampin' Up! Year, and I wanted to show them how much I appreciated them. And even though some of those people on my team did not live close to me, the kits were mailed out to them so that they can enjoy it too. So this is another card by Carol. I have to say this is one of my favorite cards that we had made. We did this in a class here. We stamped tone on this piece of paper and then did some on here. I just loved it. It was fantastic. One of my favorite cards. I love the striking colors of the black and the pink that we had used on that. I think it's really, really lovely. And what Carol had done is she had, okay, I ripped this open. I was so excited, but she embossed the flap of the envelope, and that was quite I was quite happy to see that when I turned it over. Yes, I did rip it because I just was so excited to get in to see what was inside. As I said, today we are going to be doing some designer series paper, and one of the cards that I created using just the designer series paper is this one here. Very, very simple. There's a card base, a mat. I used the designer series paper on the edge. And in one of the designer series papers, you gotta look. Some of the items you could just simply cut out. And I used the sentiments from the Christmas sentiment pack, the ephemera packs, and they turned out fantastic. I just love those. Hopefully they are back in stock. You know what? Those ephemera pack sentiments, whenever they come out, I think I'm going to be grabbing them because they are fantastic. I put them all in a big bucket and I kind of sift through and add it. So this turned out really cute, super, super simple, and just using designer series paper. Love it. All right, so today we're going to be making a card using the designer series paper, and I'm going to go over the items that we had, okay? One of the ones, as I said, I do apologize. This is one of the DSPs that we have here, 4 inches by 3 3/4. Okay, so that's a piece of DSP. When you try and cut the DSP, try and look at the image that you're cutting. I wanted this guy kind of right in the middle. I didn't want to have him kind of off to the side a little bit. I wanted to have him centered as best as I could. So take a look at the designer series paper when you're cutting, especially those with patterns like this. Okay, so we got that. And we discussed, make sure I didn't drop anything. There's a piece of from Take a Bow. We got that going too, right? Got a piece of basic white, which is my scrap. This is going to be my sentiment, or if you have those fantastic little sentiment tags, pop them on there. They will look just as great. Another piece of basic white, 4x3. Here is my card base, and this is just a plain card base that is not folded over. It's just one piece. Oh my goodness, we are out of focus. There we go. 5 1/4 by 4 and 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay, let's see if we can get that in focus. There we go. Fantastic. I do apologize. I'm a little stuffy. Apparently, I came home from camping and I promptly caught a cold. So I do apologize for that. So this piece of cardstock is actually 8 inches by 3 inches high. And what we're going to do is we are going to score this. Now you're going to kind of notice mine's already scored a little bit, but I'll walk you through it. So I'm going to take this one piece and we're going to start with this. So it is initially 8 inches by 3 inches. And what we're going to do is I'm going to score this. Okay, there's a score line and you're going to score it at, just double checking, 4 1/4. Okay, I'm just going to write this down for you. I'm going to score it at 4. Get that little piece out back here. 4 1/4. So that's where you're going to score it at. And when you fold it, it's going to be a little shorter on one side, but that's okay because this piece is going to go under the designer series paper, as you see. So 4 1/4, you're going to score it at that. Okay. So make sure you have that done already. And then we can move on to the next step. Okay. All right. So I have this piece cut. And what I want to do is I want to bring in some of the designer series paper. Now the one from the Take a Bow, I wanted, see there's this side, it is kind of like a green. And the reason that I chose that, it's kind of a subtle kind of color. And this is going to go eventually on top. Let's flip it over. Okay, yeah, definite. That would work too, but to me, my eye, this is a little bit busy. So I'm not going to be using this side. It's totally up to you. You know what? We could turn this over. Oh, wow. Okay, let's not use that. Oh, wow. That's pretty bad. Okay, so you could use this if you like. It is totally up to you. But I wanted to choose something that makes the DSP stand out a little bit more. And I can kind of see that the color of the green comes in through some of these other DSP. So from a different pack. So don't always stick with one pack. Kind of look with what you have and kind of work through that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of red. Okay, I'm going to put it on top and it's on the right hand side. Okay, it's just on the right hand side. And I just realized I don't have any tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to this piece of designer series paper. And again, I'm going to hold it in place. It's kind of in the center. So there we go. Now this is a really large piece on the back. I just wanted to make sure it's stuck. So it's kind of offset on the right hand side. There we go. And it is butt up against this side. So now that I have this flap connected to this designer series paper, I can bring in my card base, right? So there's my card base and I can place it on top. And you'll notice that the DSP is cut a little bit smaller, so there's always a nice edge. If you follow me, you know I like a nice edge around. And I'm going to glue this onto that card base. Right? This is a super simple card. Hopefully you have some designer series paper that you can do this with. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I could do it like a ton of these. Once you get one done, one pattern done, it's easy to replicate very, very quickly. Look, it's almost done. All right, I'm going to take my other piece of designer series paper and look, it fits exactly on top, right on there. See, again, a nice edge all the way around. Let's glue that down. Okay, very simple little pieces. You know, this will great for anything. Just make sure your two pieces of DSP kind of match. You want a little bit of a subtle one on the back. So let's place that on top. Okay. And I'm going to have a piece. Now, if I just leave it like that, nobody's going to be able to write on the inside, right? And we want to write a message or stamp a message or something like that. So this piece is cut 4 inches by 3. This is going to go on the inside. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to offset it to where the flap is going to be. So I'm going to make sure, okay, kind of close that up. And I want to make sure it is exactly on the spot where I want the closed flap to be. So I'm going to glue this, okay, flip it over. I'm going to take my little piece, I'm going to tuck it in. And because I'm using liquid glue, I can kind of maneuver it around. Oh, look at that, got it on the first try. So the piece of design, basic white is on the inside so I can write my message. All that's left is to place a sentiment on the outside. And let me see what I got here. Okay. Now I could stamp a sentiment. That's what I had this piece of basic white. I could stamp a sentiment and just pop one on. Or I can look in some of the designer series papers that I have, especially the, what is it, that one, the greetings one. I need to grab it. Sorry about that. I'm just going to grab a greeting from the little bin. So you're going to notice, so I got this little bin. These are all my little greetings. I've been using them all up. Again, like I said, they are absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go through some of these and let's see what we got here. Okay, I think I used up almost all of the sentiment ones, but let's take a peek. I think I got something from here. Okay, let's look what we got. Oh, this one's really cool. Oh my goodness, I could stick that on, but it looks like the little deer is going to be peeking his nose over. Oh, I can offset it like this. Oop. That would look really cool as if I offset it like this and kind of glued the letters right here. Oh, that'd be really cool. What do you think? Or I can look at some of the other sentiments that I have. Let's look what we got here. Uh, there's a sentiment, better together. I can place it on here. Kind of gets lost though, I think, in the tone on tone. Let's see, what else have we got? I got one that says Dear Santa. That kind of works really nice, and I would offset it so it hangs off a little bit. What do you think of that? Dear Santa? I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. I got one that says ho ho ho. Oh, that's actually really cute. I like how the red really kind of holds onto that. And it's the same color. Oops, let's go look a little closer. So there we go. We got the choice of the ho ho ho. Okay. Oops. The Dear Santa. That works really well too. There we go. Or the Noel. Let me know which one that you think would be best on here, and I would offset that one a little bit. There we go. And I'm not going to use a ribbon on this because I think the pattern paper looks just enough by itself. Oh, Carol says ho ho ho, so that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so let's get that going on here. I'm going to put it on with a little dot, and because I want it to overhang a little bit, I'm just going to put it on the right-hand side. Oh, glue dot, and overhang it a little bit. You know what? If I turned it upside down, it would be oh, oh, oh. That's kind of funny. All right, so I'm offsetting it a little bit. I want it to overhang. So when I open it, there we go. What a super simple card that was, don't you think? Very, very easy. I just love this. And I'm going to show you the original mock-up. And there we go. So there's the card we did today. And this is the card. Now this is one of the sentiments from that Christmas sentiment pack. So I like this one. It really kind of pulls along a little bit, but I only had one left and I used it on that. So it turned out really nice. I could add some embellishments. Let's see what we got. Toss some embellishments on here and see how they look. Oh, you know what? I got some of these red ones. Let's put some of these on just to finish it up on each card. There we go. Always got to have embellishments. There we go. There we go. That's a very super, super simple card. I love it. Looks great. Please, if you have any questions, drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed today's card and have a lovely, lovely day crafting. I'd love to see if you design this card. Post it here and let's share. Anyways, if you have any questions, drop me an email, comment below. Until next time, have a great day and we'll see you next time crafting.